are hearing impaired or deaf sometimes will get cochlear implants so that they can receive auditory signal, right? And the question one might reasonably ask, especially if you're a parent trying to make this decision for your child, is how do these children who get cochlear implants do with spoken language, right? Like you're going through all this so that they can get auditory input so that they can presumably learn a spoken language. Does it work? How well does it work? And the answer is that there's wide variability. Some children catch up to their typically or normal hearing peers, while some are actually completely unable to use their implants. So you don't actually know where your child is going to fall on this spectrum, but there is definitely a chance that they could receive auditory input that's good enough for them to catch up to their normal hearing peers when it comes to acquiring spoken language, but maybe not, right? And the main thing to keep in mind is any deficits that do appear to be solely due to the auditory capabilities, right? Like how good is that auditory input that they're hearing for the spoken language? The noisier, the messier it is, the less good it is, the less easy it is to actually acquire spoken language the way that typically hearing children do. Something that's recently been discovered, which is quite interesting, is that musical exposure can actually help increase spoken language perception for children with cochlear implants. So, in particular, hearing impaired children that have cochlear implants, so it's amplifying the amount of auditory signal that they're getting. Children like this who sing regularly, it turns out, have better perception of speech in the presence of noise, right, compared to children who don't sing. So that act of singing, that act of really focusing on processing the auditory signal in music, in words that are sung, right, turns out to really help with the kind of auditory processing you need to do for processing words or language that's not sung. So it's just something to keep in mind that seems to be a helpful synergy between musical processing and speech processing.